Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have an ATV behind me. It's a Suzuki King Quad. It's in really rough shape. I hope we can save it. The brake not working. Oh. This is the only way I have. All right, well, we've just picked up this four-wheeler. Let's do a walk around really quick. It's currently not running. It is a Suzuki. I do not know which model it is. It was probably on here. Many years old. Some of the things that I know that it needs repair on, obviously the seat.
Yes, these are claw marks from a bear in North Georgia, most likely a black bear. For some reason, they are drawn to the seat. Maybe they like the taste of foam.
The brake is not working. And I thought this was the brake, but I mean, the clutch is, maybe this is the clutch. And that's the brake. That's not working either, though. Can't pull that in. Check out the bottom here. Oh, look at this. This was welded on at one time. That's pretty interesting. Full clutch. The back tires, I mean, look how they're slanted in. I don't know if that's designed that way. Probably not. Looks like the gas gap is a little bit repaired with some sort of tape. Oh, here we go. All right, carburetor. Oh, it's got a pull cord in here too. All right, that's nice. Engine turned over. Hey guys, real quick, let me just jump in here. We're about to start diagnosing this ATV. I'm editing the video now and I'm noticing that it's getting kind of long, so I'm gonna go ahead and put chapter markers down here so that you can skip to items that you wanna see, or maybe skip over things that you don't wanna see. All right, let's start diagnosing.
Oh, why is it so dark?
I don't know. Here we go. I want to get it all over me. We just like oh man, this thing's so bent. Turn this way. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you got it. Oh. Try it. Is it in neutral? Yeah. Oh yeah. All right, so let's get some diesel in here. I mean, not diesel. Let's get some
diesel.
Let's get some gasoline.
I think the carburetor is going to be completely shot.
Well, I don't know. Maybe. Sometimes, you know, this is Suzuki. Maybe they make us put a good carb in here. All right, so let's.
I love the sound of the starter. Sounds so good.
Okay. All right, I'll put maybe a gallon in there. Should be neutral. Okay. Yeah. Let's give it a shot.
You gotta get the green light over here. Green light start.
Green light. Green light for start.
What's that for?
You got a bad connection. Did you screw these in tight?
You short a fuse?
No, it's just trying to. Where's the choke?
Right here.
Is that choke? Yeah, that's probably down arrow. Does that mean choke on? Try it like that. We take this out though. Yeah. A little bit oily. Let's throw some starter fluid in here. If we can we get this out though? See if we can get that out. It's like, whoa, it's all greasy. Yeah, I think we need to, oh, here we go. Aha, that pulls straight out like that. And then, oh man, it's just like,
so sticky.
It's like, feels like honey.
Look at all that. What is all that? Wait, you should get a stick.
Let me get light. Send me the light. See. Oh. Yeah.
Just a little goopy in there.
All right, let's get some lighter fluid and spray right in there. And try this again. Oh, I don't have. I got some liquido de arranque.
Oh, okay.
Liquido de arranque? Oh, starter fluid. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll get it gas. I'll give it some gas.
All right.
Can't keep it going.
It's just all, it needs, it's probably a carburetor. It needs carburetor clean. If it's not sucking any gas up, it's just running on this. Engine's not locked up. Just got to give it a carb clean and might be good to go. All right, well, I've got the seat off here, but I'd also like to take off this this plastic cover to get to the rest of this. Look what I found in here. I did notice this in here, and that's just, you know, that needs to be replaced. I mean, there's just probably a lot of fragile wires in here. So, I'm gonna get this cover off. I've taken a few bolts off already. However, these down here are screws, and you know, those are just gonna strip most likely. I might have to cut them off. Well, sometimes this is all you can do. I got one bolt taken off correctly. The other one's just heated up this plastic, and yeah, maybe I can find a bigger washer to put that back on. But yeah, those are solidly rusted on there. There we go. So look at all these nuts in here. I mean, I think we had a squirrel that just used to hide his stash right here. Wow. Oh, what's that? Piece of metal. All right, well, there we go. We got access to this whole machine. Check this out. I just noticed this. Is this like a spider's nest? Or anyway, maybe it was the food for the spider or the food for the dirt dauber. All right, the next thing I want to do is figure out this fuel issue, see why the carb is not getting fuel, or see why it's not firing. And so this looks like your on-off switch for your fuel tank here, which leads up to the fuel pump right there. Very gummy. All right, let's take a look inside this fuel pump here. Sounds kind of crusty. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that was gonna be working. That ain't gonna pump fuel. I mean, this is actually still feels pliable. This might work, but look at that. Looking pretty crusty. Let's see if we can take that off and clean it. All right, we got it off. Look at all that crud that fell out of there. All right, guys, I've done a little bit of cleaning. It's probably gonna need to be replaced, but this is still pretty flexible. I mean, sturdy and grimy. I'm gonna put this back on to see if it's pumping fuel, right? Because I want to see if I can get it running, but I'll probably order another one of these. I need to take this off, see if it's gummed up, see if there's fuel flowing from here to here. All right, this was the clean bowl. I just poured it out. And look at that, how it's separating. I believe there's a lot of water in the bottom there. So I was pulling some of the tape off here, and you can clearly see how an animal had scratched and bitten through here, which explains why there's water in the gas tanks. All right, gentlemen, I've cleaned this up a little bit off camera. Now you can actually see what the labels are on here. Fuel, RES for reserve, and PRI for prime. So that would be reserve, that would be prime, and that would be on. It's a little bit confusing. Oh, there is a little arrow right there. Oh, like anybody can see that. Okay, there's the arrow. Don't use that arrow. So I'm not going to take this apart, but I believe it's working fine. So let's put this back on the machine. Here's the prime. See, there's a bolt right there that was bolted off, and this hooks up to this side, which comes up here, which comes up here, and which goes to this guy. Choke partially on here.
So, folks, I struggle with this for a while. I go back and forth trying to get this fuel pump to work, but eventually I realize it's just not pumping fuel. I am just going to have to order a new one.
Just got a package in. Let's see what we got. All right. Not exactly the same. Okay, see, yeah, there's a turn. See, there's a little turn on that one. Well, let's give it a shot. All right, I'm going to do this the quick way. All right, no go. We're not getting fuel down through this fuel filter right here. This is my setup. I have taken this fuel line off that goes directly to the carburetor, and I am going to pour some fuel in it like that. Let's go ahead and fill this up. That'll be enough to get us going. Let's see if we can get this running. Oh, okay, stay there.
Well, guys, I got it to idle grade. It's sounding pretty good. However, whenever I give it some gas, it seems to just putt out. I don't know what's going on. This is the original Mikuni Carb, so I think I'm just going to take it off, clean out the jets, and diagnose it a little bit more.
I went ahead and took this carb out, and we'll see if we can clean out some of these jets. This is one way to take this out. Just to kind of bend it back, I think. I'm just going to force bend this back because I want to get this pin out. There we go. Actually, it's not too bad shape. We'll clean this out with brake cleaner. All right, this just in. I decided to go ahead and purchase a new carburetor. The only problem with this is this one, this is the throttle, where the throttle sits. This one is not threaded, so I need to drill out this to allow the cable to sit in there. All right, we've got this drilled out here, and this will sit in here just fine like that. That's good, that works. Let's go ahead and hook up the fuel line before we put this in. Make it easier this way. Let's take a look at this Petcock. Oh, here we go. This seemed to only work when it was on reserve. Probably just needs to be thrown out. All right, well, this is what we just got in. Made in China. A new Petcock. All right, well, let's compare this to the other one. It's a little bit different. I knew it would be, as long as that's the same size. All right, let's get this on there. Okay, there we have it. Looks like this choke cable broke off here, so I went ahead and took it off. Instead of ordering a new one, I just cut it off, and I'm going to run it out the side of the machine here. I think it'll work okay. I got this little fuel filter, and it has a little bitty arrow on there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's pointing to the left, and if I read it, it says on. You know, but if I turn it upside down, it says no. So not really very intuitive on which way to install this, but basically what you want to do is install it so the fuel hits the outside of the filter and filters the contaminants and keeps it on the outside of the filter so that you can see when it gets clogged or dirty. You can install it this way as well, but then you're not going to see any dirt that collects in the filter. So just a little tip for you there. That's how we're going to install it, and then hopefully we can see it filling up. And there you go. All right, I've hooked the fuel line up, the main fuel line up here. Goes here to this fuel filter. Goes around to the fuel pump here. The back side of this fuel pump goes all the way over here to this part in the carburetor. That should drive the pump from that suction. So this other one goes to the prime over here. Let's just leave that off, and we will turn this on. So that's on. Well, let's see if this fills up when I turn the engine over. Not see anything filling up.
I don't know if any of you guys noticed this, but if you look at the fuel pump and the orientation of the installation, I installed this upside down. So the pressure from the carburetor, the suction pressure, is not going to work when it's installed upside down or backwards. It's never going to pull any fuel from the fuel tank. So I struggled here for a while to figure out what I did. All right, I just got this squirting out for the first time. You know, I did have this backwards
I don't know how long I had it backwards. I guess I'll have to go back and check the footage, but you know, this is the end. And I've got it hooked up directly to this, and I've got it sitting vertical this way too. I don't know if all that makes a difference, which way it sits, but just to witness this, that's how it should be happening. All right, so that's great news. So looking at this fuel pump here, I find it kind of fascinating how this works. So let's take this apart and look at it real quick. Well, there's two chambers side by side on the front, and then there's one chamber on the back. So this is the back of the fuel pump, and this is the front of it. And so what happens is fuel comes in here where it says N, and it goes, that comes in from the gas tank, and it goes out to the carburetor. This is a vacuum line that is connected to the carburetor that gives it suction, pulls it this way, sucks it out. So what happens when fuel comes in this chamber here, it's separated from this chamber over here. This is a stop valve where fluid can flow through this. If you can see that right there, there's a thin filament right there where fluid can flow that way, but then when the pressure builds on that side, it stops here and then it comes through this way. So it's basically the same valve but on the other side. So what happens is when the fuel comes in here and the vacuum is sucking on this, it'll expand this chamber just a little bit, so it'll pull fuel in here, and then when it contracts, it pushes fuel back out. But this seals up, and then this valve opens and pushes it out to this other chamber, and then it reverses, and then this chamber seals up, so there's no fuel can go back into that chamber, and it must go out this way. So it's a pretty neat mechanism how it works, just basically off a little bit of a heartbeat from the engine. So that's why you have to have the fuel line hooked up correctly. If you have this backwards with fuel coming in here, no fuel is going to get past that. So this needs to be hooked up to the gas tank and this to the carburetor. Now that we know this is working, let's see if we get this thing fired up properly. All right. I'm just going to hold it right there. That's running on his own fuel pump for the first time. Oh, lovely. Very nice. Yes. Super excited. All right. This is working. All right, let's take this out for a quick run. Let's do this. Oh.
If you look at the left rear tire here, you can see it kind of going in and out a little bit. Something's just not right about this. I don't know if it's a serious issue, if I'm gonna worry about it right now.
I can't move it either way. Yeah. This tire was put on backwards. These little arrows should be facing this way. So let's fix this.
These are tubeless tires, but someone probably had a leak and ended up just putting a tube in this tire. I tried installing this tire back on the rim, but as I found out later, there's a good reason why there is a tube in this tire.
Well, there's your problem right there. There too. Yeah. Put this back in it. So we are going to put the tube back in here. However, I am going to leave this green slime in here nevertheless. I've never done this before, but I am going to. Scary door. The scary door decides to open as I'm talking. So I'm going to put some of this in here. Just a few. I don't think it'll mess anything up. Okay, that's on in the right direction now. And it has some slime in there, so maybe that'll stay afloat. This master cylinder is stuck right there, and I can't get these screws off. So I'm just gonna have to order a new one of these, and we'll switch it out and see if we can get these brakes to work. Look what just came in the mail. It looks like it's made in China. Okay, okay. Good start, right? Come on, man. Alright, a front brake. Yes, that's what we need. Take this one out. Oh, that's definitely different. The reservoir is definitely smaller. I can give it a try. I've replaced the brake. I've connected the line. Let's go ahead and refill this with some .3 or .4 brake fluid. Alright. Let's find some brake fluid. What, babe?
Hold on.
What? We got a little bitty egg! Oh, so tiny!
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that lame.
Oh, okay.
Look.
Wow. And they're only 4 months old?
August September, October, November. Yeah, 4.
It's pretty quick. All right. Cute. All right. Now I got some brake fluid in here. Oh no! You know what? I'm gonna throw it out. Wait a second. That's automatic transmission fluid. I used to have some brake fluid. More trans fluid. What's this? Oil. Recycle. And we're back from the store. I got this filled up. Let's run a first test. I do want to bleed this and crack this open, but I won't do it yet. Got some bubbles coming in. Come on, go down. You know. This brake, I bled it several times, flushed the fluid after putting this on, and you got to pump it a few times, and it kind of gets a little stiff right there at the end. So I know it's kind of breaking this one. It's not doing anything with this one. So we got a little bit of a brake on that, and then we've got the foot brake over here, which does this one. So we've got like 1.5 brakes on this machine. They may need new drum brakes. Let's take this off. Check out the condition of the brakes. Yeah, let's get into that. I don't think this will be that hard. I do not believe you need to take this nut off to get to it. Hopefully, we can just twist it off. Oh, see a little movement in there. Oh yeah, there's a little bit.
One eternity later.
There we go. Okay, not terrible. Okay. Oh, okay. That one was another spring on the bottom too in there. Take this off. This is your seal, I guess, just to keep dirt and things out of there. But here's the problem, I think. This guy, I don't think this guy's working. Not doing anything. Okay, well, I think that's bad. Let's just take this out. I wonder if we can free this up or just replace it. This side's going in, not that side. That did anything. I think I broke it there. Those work. All right, let's see what we got here. They all look the same to me. All right, let's get this in first. brakes on now. Alright, so they gave me 2 of these. Okay, those look correct, right? But 2 of these. One of these does not look like the other. I guess I will be reusing one of the old clips all the way through. Okay. Right there. The battery just ran out on the camera, but I think I got these brake shoes back on. There's 3 springs I had to deal with. This one, this little one right here, and this long. All right, it says 100% battery, yet the GoPro just shut off again on me after I put a new battery. It's just too cold out here. It's about. All right, we're gonna try this for the 4th time on my last battery. Seems like the cold weather is
Well, there she goes again. I guess the GoPro batteries only operate down to a certain temperature. After a few days it warmed back up and I was able to do the same procedure on the other side, replacing the drum brakes and the caliper, or the piston rather.
little gasket in there. So let's see if this will fit over the drums.
I repeated the same procedure on the other side to finish installing the brakes.
Let's top this off just a little bit more. Yeah, that should be enough. Let's give this a few pumps. All right. Okay, there we go. Okay, they feel pretty good. Yeah, they definitely feel better. I think I'm ready to put the tires back on and test her out. So I really want to take this out for a test ride to give those front brakes a test before we do anything else to the machine. So let's fire this up. I haven't started in over a week. All right, well, the brakes need a little bit of work. The right one stops a little bit easier than the left one. You got to pump them a little bit, so maybe a little bit of bleeding will fix them, but they're better than they were. All right, the next thing we need to do is we need to try to straighten out this frame a little bit. As you can see, it looks like I hit a tree or something. It's bent in here. This piece right here has really been back. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's bent in as well. So let's see what we can do about this. All right, let me walk you through the situation of what we got here. We got a four-wheeler with a winch on it. Since this is the only winch I have, I got to use this. It's hooked to a tackle block here to essentially double the working pull, double the power, which comes over here to the King Quad to hopefully we can stretch this out, you know, with just a little bit of force. Now, I had to anchor both of these guys up against the tree, so that's one anchor and that's the other anchor. And I got the acetylene and oxygen out in case I need to maybe heat that up a little bit. I don't want to break this off. Right there, I'm very concerned about that. But I'm wondering if I can heat it up and just give it a pull, straighten it out. Maybe we'll be okay. Not doing anything. Oh, you know what? I got this. I gotta lock this on. There we go. I had that unlocked. Alright, now it's locked. Killed the battery. Alright, we're completing the circle now with the, actually the triangle. So the battery went bad on this four-wheeler. It's really low, so I need to run this. Charging it up from that four-wheeler. You know, you're supposed to put like a heavy bag or something on here out of safety precautions if it breaks. I'm not too concerned. This is a nylon rope. But, you know, I just threw my tool belt on top of that just for safety precautions. Right here. Doesn't take long. This stuff is pretty hot. Nice and red right there. I'll put this right here to see if we can maybe pull right on that joint. Some of this stuff out a little bit. Maybe I can patch a little patchy weld on this rust, and I'm sure that's the weak spot right there. The next step is a very delicate process. Well, that's about as good as I wanted to do. I didn't want to risk stretching this out anymore and cracking it there, weakening it more. Alright, so for the seat, I'm thinking I got some extra linoleum lying around. Why not just cut some of this out of here? Alright, so I'm thinking we just take this like this, staple up the sides, boom, 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 throw in some great stuff, and let it fill up a little bit. It's a little ghetto, but you know, let's give that a try. About back in a few hours and see what this does. All right, I found some staples here. These are about 1/2 inch. Oh yeah. I probably should have been a seamster or a tailor. This is some quality work here. It's a nice wood look to it. Maybe oaky or maybe more of a poplar type color. Oh, there you go. Oh, that is styling. All right, so I've got a little bit of this leather repair tape left over from another project. This is not a ton left, but I'm going to put it right on top of this linoleum here. This linoleum will get cut up pretty easily. It's not that strong, but this will protect the top surface of it a little bit more. Yeah, that'll be a little bit more protection. All right, I picked up this from the store. Let's give it a try. Plastic dip glossy. Never used it before. All right, so this can just kind of blew up on me right now. Yeah, I don't know if I can recommend this if the can's gonna blow up and just leak out. Right there. I ended up taking the other can back and getting another can of this. And it's turned out pretty well so far. I put about 4 coats on here. It feels pretty good. Quite rubbery. You know, we'll see how it lasts in the elements. Let's change the oil. Oh, man. Come on. Come on, man. Quit spraying. It doesn't look all that bad, actually. Let me put this O-ring in here first. It's a little tricky. All right, that's good. Slide this in there. This oil filter gasket is just slightly too large. The one that came off the machine when I was taking it off, but I cannot. Maybe I need to put it in the freezer or something. We're gonna need about looks like 2 inches exactly. All right, let's go to the store. And we're back from the store. This one looks like it fits much better on there. Yep, slightly smaller. It's a 2 inch inside diameter. Let's fill this thing up with oil here. I think it takes about 2.5 quarts. All right, let's check our oil. Okay, there we are, right in the middle. Okay, I think that's in there. All right, now we've got a little bit more of a bigger problem. This is all been out of shape from here. It's been out of shape this way. So I'm about to give up on stretching this back out. Fit better on there. There we go. All right, and you know what? I think we're gonna leave these as vent holes. You can't ever be cool enough while riding a four-wheeler So let's see what we can do about this fender here. This is a plastic welder. Hold it for about 5 seconds. Well, the biggest problem with this fender here was it was hitting this tire and it was sagging. You know, maybe strengthening it up like this is going to help that a little bit. Maybe that JB weld will give it a little bit of extra strength. So I picked up a pair of lights. What are we thinking? Maybe right here on this bar? Yeah, that'll look good. Let's try that. I also picked up these, I guess, mounts. These seem pretty heavy duty. I wasn't expecting that. All right, we got the 2 mounts on here. Now for the lights, and we can route this to the lights back there. I think the missus has trained the hens where they don't even want to go to bed until they get their snack. They're just hanging outside the barn, waiting for something. Now I need to hook them up to the wires. Black and white are low beam, and the black and yellow I believe are high beam. So obviously I only got 2 here, so I'm just going to hook them up to the low beam and we won't have any high beam. Alright, so I'm using these connectors which have solder already in here. You just heat them up and they supposedly fuse together. So let's give this a try. There you go. You can see the solder flowing.
Alright. See ya.
See ya.
Going to the peak.
Got the battery in. Let's see how these look. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Wait, are they both on? Uh-oh. Now we got another wiring issue. Alright, well we're getting 12 volts to these left 2 pins here. We're good. I just didn't have the plug pushed in all the way. Now we're good. Well, the light output's not too bad. The brakes are actually starting to feel pretty good. All right, so I've got kind of a list here of all the things we've done to this machine. We replaced the carburetor, the Petcock valve, the fuel pump, and we fixed the seat. Looks, you know, at least decent. I don't think we made it bear proof, but it's looking a lot better. We fixed some of the body damage on these cracks here, and we've also fixed some of the frame damage, which really pushed this all back into that way, and so it's looking a little bit more normal now. It's not perfect. We've got new lights on here as well. We have fixed the brakes on both brakes, new drum brakes, new cylinders. We did not fix this parking brake cable here. Maybe we'll do that on another video. We've realigned this tire right here. We've changed the oil. I think that covers just about everything, but it's a great little quad and looking forward to riding it. I guess the last thing we need to do is get a gas cap and go for a test ride. Well, look what just came in. A newish gas cap. Is it gonna fit? Oh yeah. It's actually less rusted. No bite marks. All right, let's test this thing out. It's kind of cold out today and snowing. All right, this is pretty steep here. Let's see if we can get up here in four-wheel drive. It's a good 3.5 feet. It's more than a 45-degree incline, probably like 60 degree. Man, it's cold out here. It's gonna be a pretty fun four-wheeler. It doesn't turn too sharp, but it's got pretty good pickup for a small four-wheeler, and should be pretty fun, and it's gonna be useful around here. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and do that, and you'll see the next video when it comes out. I appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.